Hello guys, Computer Fanboy here, and today I am doing part 2 of the media players available, and the reason why I'm on Mac is because this player I am going to show you next, as you can read in the title, it's called VLC, which is both compatible with Macs and Linux and Windows. So I'm going to be showing you this on the Mac OS platform. I apologize for Windows and Linux users out there. I'm not doing it on either operating system. I just thought I'd show it on Macs because it works for both, so I'd rather show it on here. I mean, unfortunately, I don't have Linux installed yet. I have had it installed in the past, so I'm going to be doing that later within my videos, but here is VLC. Now, VLC is very interesting, and I'm going to close this so I can show you. It's a very fast player, but its organization, as much as Windows Media Player in my past video, is not as good. So, it's very well diverse in how many formats it supports, but as you can see, this is it. Yeah, this is pretty much it, and compared to Windows Media Player, it's way more organized. However, the support is lacking, so you take the good with the bad. This is very, very well supported. It supports so many files, so the first thing I'm going to show you is a Apple format, which it does support, and I have to go under iTunes to find it. So this is a government mule track, which I'm not going to be playing too much of because it is copyrighted. Go into playlist, MP4A, it supports that. So as you can see, it definitely supports. I'm going to let it play for a couple of seconds.
Saw you from the corner of my eye. I know loneliness when I see it. Normally I'm not the hero type. There was something between us. I could feel it. I could feel.
Okay, so you get the gist of the iTunes format that it does support. So if it supports that, which is very decent, it's also going to be able, I accidentally closed it, it's also going to be able to support many other formats as well. And my favorite format it supports is, it does support WAV. I don't have WAV because this format known as FLAC is the same exact thing as WAV. However, it's definitely compressed and you don't notice the difference at all. Some people can't notice the difference between FLAC and MP3, or FLAC or WAV, but to me, I definitely notice the difference. So I'm going to choose my music, and by the way, most of these are ripped by myself, so this is a Back in Black, which I've ripped. So I'm going to put that in my media library here. Delete that, I didn't mean to do. Alright, so I'm going to add that to my media library like I meant to do here, and it should work out. Now this will work pretty well, so I'm going to double click on that. As you can see, it definitely is really good compared to it, and you can't really tell the As you can see, it supports the audio formats pretty well. I could go on playing music forever, but it supports MP3, it supports FLAC, it supports M.P.4, as well as many other formats out there, Monkey's Audio, just some stuff that you don't need, but it supports most of it. So that's a little bit. It also can play photos, believe it or not. I'll show you a preview of the photos. So this is me with Steve Morse. Not meaning to choose that photo, by the way, at all. Let's go to playlist. And if I double click, believe it or not, it will show me a second of it, or 10 seconds. Didn't come out the best quality. However, as you can see, it does work. Once it's done, it'll stop. You can pause it, by the way, if you want that just up there. No particular reason. I don't think you can create a slideshow of it, but well, I guess you could, but it wouldn't be what you're looking for. So you can do that. It also supports .avi well, very well. So this is all, by the way, off of a NTFS drive through USB 2.0, so older format, but it definitely supports it. So I'm doing an experiment to see that if YouTube took this step. They took this video down, and I really hope they didn't take it off of my video, so I'm just curious if they did that. So it supports .avi well. Let's see here, movies. What's also interesting is that it supports the video.ts format, which kind of surprised me. .vob, which I'm looking for the 1.0. This is part 1 of it. I'll add that to my playlist because I don't want it on. It also supports, which is really interesting, other than AVI, it supports a ISO file, which is like, wow. It's like, yay, kind of thing. I really like that, so I'm going to add it to my media library here. And it definitely works like a normal DVD would. Ripped ISO, by the way. This is just a concert version of them. This is just part 1 of it. So as you can see, it supports ISO really well. .avi. Now, this is going to be the conclusion of this video, and I'm glad I'm making it shorter than I was, because I was trying to make a video before and it was like 11 minutes. This is a .srt file. Actually, I take that back. .mkv file, which is your main standard file format. Now look at the size of that. However, the quality is unbelievable. So I'm going to add this to my playlist. Look at the quality of that. That is really unbelievable. The quality is in 1080p. However, it's 1680 by 1050, so you only have the 720p
We must
option.
defend ourselves, but what if this time we fight their stealth with openness?
So, as you can see, it supports that well. It also supports .wmv, which is a Windows file format, too. Very interesting. It's just a looped. Show you the other .mkb file, which is Halloween, the classic.
Hey, jerk! Speed kills!
So all in all, it's a very decent player, other than the organization stuff. It definitely does what it does well. MKB is a really well-known format, as well as many other formats that it supports. It supports MPEG-4 as well, just in case you're wondering. I'll add that to my playlist. Hello guys, if you're curious about my desktop setup, so it definitely does what it needs to do well. And what's interesting is I am running this off of a expansion drive that's through USB 2.0, and it's NTFS, so I can add new folders. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Computer Fanboy. Remember, I'm not a computer fanboy of Macs, Linux, or PCs. I just like all operating systems, and to prove to you, I shot this on a Mac, and the first video is on Windows, and who knows, maybe I'll even make a Linux version of whatever I'm going to choose next. So thank you guys, and definitely subscribe.